Hi everybody. Yes, I have little Myah out, and yeah, I got her out. She shed a couple of days ago, well yesterday, not a couple of days ago, and I've been meaning to get her out yesterday actually, but there just sometimes isn't enough hours in the day to get round to everybody as much as I try hard. And not every day I need to get each and every one of them out, of course, but I do like to check in on them, especially after they've had a shed. So I want to talk a little bit about, caring for these little spotted pythons and how I care for them. And pretty much I can say to you, there is no difference in how I care for these guys as I do my carpet pythons. They're just smaller. As in temperatures, I like to keep them around the 30-31, and humidity is between that 45 and 50%. Now yes, spotted pythons do like to climb. I often see Myah, all these different names, but I often see Myah climbing on her branches. I see the toy that I put in there for her, and I'll call it a toy, a climbing toy, her loving that, even though I've got it out at the moment. But I will put it back in. I'm just trying to put it in a little bit differently for her. And yeah, so they love to climb. So I do suggest that you put something in there for them to climb on. Myah explores every piece of her enclosure. She has a log in there that she loves to go into and sleep. She also has her 2 hide boxes that she uses, both of them. Not all of the time, because she loves her hammock and spends a lot of time up in a hammock going to sleep. And I'm kind of thinking about putting one over on her warmer side, as I've got for my bigger snakes, because I think that she would use that as well. But I just haven't done that. I've just got a branch that I know that she's able to get up on should she want to get closer to the heating source. Now I do use heat bulbs for Myah, as she is in a glass enclosure with an open mesh top. I can look at putting a heating panel in there. It's just redesigning that top and screwing it in, and I can do it. There is no reason why I can't. And she would probably only really need the 40 watt like Tessa has in her enclosure. So a little bit more money to spend, but I'm also weighing up of switching Myah over to a wooden enclosure as well at some stage. I so want to get a PVC or a plastic, and I'm waiting to see. I know that people will do them, and the prices are just quite expensive at this particular point. She wouldn't need a very big one, maybe 3 foot by 2 foot. So I just have to make some inquiries as to how much that will cost. And then you've got to remember the heating that you're going to use and the lighting that you're going to use. And I do like to use day and night I achieve that by having lighting in their enclosures, but there are some days where I lift my blinds right up and I don't bother putting their lighting on at all. I do have a timer availability. They switch on and off at a certain time. Some I don't, I do it manually, but overall I like the ability that it's all just automatic as well, because sometimes I forget things, and not meaning to. You know how important my snakes are to me, but I forget. I'm human, totally human. So she is looking, and I don't know how well you can see her because the lighting, I've sort of spun around a little bit today, so it's not kind of right on me, but I'll try and spin it around a bit to where you might be able to see Myah a little bit better after her shed. Hey, you did well, didn't you? Hey, no problem. Having your shed was there. And guys, when they're shedding, I think all you need to remember is they need to hydrate, get freshen their water every day, which will give them that idea, nice fresh water, I'll go and get a drink. A lot of snakes will do that. When you put nice fresh water in, they'll go and take a drink. And I'm not saying that if you don't do it every day, that that's a bad thing. I just think over that shedding time, make the effort to change it every day. I don't do it every day. I do it every second day though. And even then, sometimes I don't think it's absolutely necessary that you do it every day or every second day. But certainly by the third day, or if they've messed in it, or if they've dropped substrate in it, clean it out for them. I wouldn't like to drink out of a cup that had things dropped in it at all. So think about it from the snake's perspective as well. Neither would they like it. Just being thoughtful, I guess. And the more the fresh water, the better. And my guys drink bottled water. I do have a filter, and a really good filter on my tap. We drink that water, but my snakes actually get bottled water. Myah is 4 years old now, for people who don't know, and she is up to eating pretty much large weaners at this point in her life, and she will never go past eating a large weaner. Of course, the last couple of feeds, she's only taken the smaller weaners, and the smaller, so she's had 2 of them. So sometimes, remember, it's not always I'm not eating. I'll eat, but I don't want to eat that big feeder. So she had 2 of the smaller weaners, which are half pretty much the size of a large weaner. So the 2 together made a large weaner. I don't know why that is. It was just her decision to do. So, yeah, not the cheapest way to feed snakes, I might add, but sometimes you've just got to do what you've got to do for them. So she is also slowing down, of course, which I haven't put that video up yet, about Myah and slowing down and so forth, but certainly over the winter, something she does. But that's okay, isn't it, Myah? You just take a little bit of a rest over the winter time. Hey, what you doing? Hey? You doing good? I haven't had her out, as I said, because she's been in shed. So it's been a few, oh well, when I say few, it's been over a couple of weeks. So I kind of miss her when I haven't had her out, and I don't get them out when they're in shed. I leave them be to get on with that process and give them some time out. And I don't get her out all of the time either. Myah certainly will let me know when she is in the mood and will come to her door. So she is a blonde spotted, just that little bit lighter in her, between her markings, and they're absolutely beautiful. Little snakes. She's kind of smooching into my finger there. Very easy to care for, these little ones. She has been a sweet girl from the day I brought her home as well. So there you go. That's how I care for spotted pythons. She can climb. She has her little space up there where she goes to and gets around. So easy to handle, being the size that they are too. They can be quite active when they want to be, and other times they just like to lay on your lap too, which makes a nice change from my carpets, I must say. So guys, you take care of yourself, your family, friends, your snakes, all your animals, and thank you for watching. Ciao.